right, welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show here live, Go Live Studios. Beautiful. We have a wonderful, wonderful audience. Thank you so much for being here. And we are back again with another incredible guest. I met her in Montreal in March, Montreal being my hometown, and we connected through a business networking event, and she's just super beautiful energy, wonderful soul, and very talented, and she's got a great empowering story for you. So I would love for you to meet Destini Maighan. She is the owner of Des Hair Care and Curl Specialist. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Nikki.
Oh, you're so pretty. I just have to preface that.
Thank you. You as well.
Oh, thank you. And I love your curls. Oh,
It's my products.
It's your products, and yeah, it's a little bit of genetics too.
That's very true.
See Daddy over there?
Yes.
Yes.
I have my
and
amazing
sister.
family with me. Yes. And my partner as well.
And your
Brandon.
partner. Wow. Great. Thank you for being here and making the drive to Montreal, from Montreal here. That's great. So tell us, Destini, about your background. What made you go into owning a business? Because I know you were a nurse.
Yes, I'm
before you
actually a
started
nurse
this.
by trade, yes.
Yeah, so tell us about that.
Well, I love nursing. I really did. I went into nursing with the goal of making an impact, being with people during their toughest moments, and I loved it. I really did. But there was something that was calling me. There was something, I felt like I was doing something, but I could be doing something more. Mm-hmm. And that's when I had the transition. It was actually during the pandemic.
You were nursing during the pandemic?
Yes, I
Wow.
was, as an emergency nurse, actually. So I was on the front lines. It was
Can you
really
imagine?
scary. And I thought, and I said, this is not exactly where I want to be. It just felt a little bit, there was something else for me. Mm-hmm. So I took the leap, even though people thought it was crazy. They were like, you're leaving your stable 9-to-5 career that you went to school for years for to start a business, a hair business. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And it was very nerve-wracking at first. It was a big learning curve because I don't know anything about business. I didn't know anything about business to start off with. But I'm learning so much about myself. I'm learning about people. I'm learning just so much more than I thought I would ever know. And I'm really happy that I made the transition. I'm very happy with the work that I'm doing. I see changes in the life of my clients. And yeah, I absolutely love it.
Awesome. They must miss you, though.
I miss them too, but
Yeah.
from afar.
From afar. But they support your business, I'm sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
they definitely do.
Excellent. Wow, that's a big change.
It really
It's a big
was.
change.
It was.
Yeah. And like you said, navigating through that season that we all experienced must have been very difficult for you, being an emergency nurse.
Yes, it really was.
And you must have had to find ways to come out of some really difficult days, right?
Yeah, it was. It was just. It's kind of just go. I wasn't much thinking. I was kind of like in survival mode. And once I actually stopped nursing, I was like, whoa, I could take a breath. I became myself again. I wasn't just an emergency nurse. I was Destini.
Your Destini.
Yeah.
All right. So now your Destini.
I am.
The trajectory was changed to the hair business. So
Yes.
I'm glancing at some product here. So tell me a little bit about you're a curl specialist.
Yes.
And then we can talk about the products.
Yes, so I specialize in curly, kinky, and Afro-textured hair. And my brand essentially, there's like 3 branches of it. There's the salon services, where I provide things like protective styles, braids, twists, luxury extensions, and then also like natural curly hair care for like wash and goes and things like that. And then with the products, it's like providing the tools to people. So they have quality products that they can take home. I teach them how to use it. Very simple, natural ingredients that's actually good for their hair. And then lastly is the education. I'm really big on education, and I think I carry that over a bit from my nursing. I believe like the more knowledgeable someone is, the more informed they are, the better choices they can make for themselves.
Sure.
So I really incorporate that in my brand. I do a lot of teaching, whether it be online. I also do one-on-one classes. I do workshops specifically targeted towards like teens and younger kids.
Right.
Because society tells those with curly hair that their hair is unprofessional, or they have to wear it straight, or their hair is not enough. And that's just lies. And once you have the right tools and the right knowledge, you can take care of your hair and feel confident and have the self-esteem that I feel like a lot of the younger generation curly individuals, they don't have that. So my goal is really to empower people to feel confident in their skin and to love themselves.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's beautiful. So you have spoken about different curl types, right? So there is curly, kinky, and afro.
Yes.
Right. So
yes.
is there a type of coil, or how would you describe the coil moving from one to the next?
So they normally go on like a grade of like from 1 to 4. 1 is straight, 2 is more wavy, 3 is more curly, and then 4 is the really tight, what do we call kinky or curly hair.
And it's possible to have a combination of.
Oh yes, most people actually have. Yes.
Yeah.
And the crown of their head might be a different texture. I know me in the back, it's more of a wavy.
Yes.
So it doesn't blend all the time. You have to figure out different techniques and use different products for different parts of your hair.
Really?
Yes.
Different product for different types.
Different products, different techniques. So yeah, it's a learning curve. You're learning about part of yourself, part of your heritage, part of who you are, and I think that's really beautiful. It's like about self-love.
Okay. So I've learned that I'm a combination 3C 4A.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can work with that.
Definitely.
Okay,
I brought these
wonderful.
products for you actually, so you can use
All
them.
right. So tell me about what we have here. This is Hydrate and Restore shampoo, and I love the
Yes.
design
Thank you.
and the colors that you have.
Yes,
Beautiful.
I did it all myself.
Wow.
Yes, yes.
I'm so proud of you. So tell us about this.
Yeah, so that is part of our Hydrate and Restore collection. So essentially all of the products that I make, the target is aimed at one of the main problems that those with curly hair have, which is dryness. Dryness, which leads to damage and then breakage. So it's packed with really, really good raw natural ingredients like shea butter, jojoba oil, sea kelp, carrot extract, things that really provide nutrients and fortify your hair.
Okay. And so we've got the shampoo, and then we've got the
Yeah, we have
complimentary
the
conditioner.
Yes.
And then what is in this?
This one is our organic hair growth oil. So it's
Okay.
completely natural, 100% vegan raw oils. And we actually have 3 different kinds. We have quite a large variety of products that really can target different problems as well, whether you have dry scalp, itchy scalp, you have weaker hair, you want to thicken and strengthen your hair, we also have products for that as well.
Okay. Do some scalps have no oil or produce very little oil?
Yes, so
Okay.
that's why it's really important to speak with someone who's educated and actually cares for your hair, because it's not a one-size-fits-all for your hair. It really depends on your hair type, the texture, the density, whether you have, like you mentioned, the oil that's like the natural production is sebum. So whether you have too much sebum or not enough, it can lead to different problems. So it's really, I do what, with my clients, we do a scalp analysis. So we take like a little microscope, we take photos of your scalp, see exactly what your hair needs, whether you have dry scalp, patches, flakes, and then there's also conditions people have like psoriasis on their hair, alopecia, things like that that are not often spoken about in the curly hair community, but does affect a lot of curly haired individuals.
Can you name a myth associated with the curly hair community? I love that. What are some things that what is one thing you want to dispel about curly hair?
One thing, and people might come for me for this, but it's
It's okay, I'll protect you.
it's that you shouldn't wash your hair often. People think, people would co-wash often, but your hair needs hydration. The main problem that curly hair has is dryness. So water is our friend. You should be wetting your hair very often. Your hair needs that hydration. You need the hydration. We're made up of 70% water. So your hair needs that as well. And that's one myth that people are afraid of water. They'll put oil, but no water. But that doesn't work. You're just sealing in dryness.
You're just sealing in dryness.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's something that you want to promote about curly hair?
What my whole brand stands for is that curly hair is beautiful. It's so individual. It's so unique. Everyone's curls are different, and yeah, I love curly hair.
Well, I love your curly
Thank
hair.
you.
And your sister has some beautiful curly hair too.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Thank you.
You talked about, some of the negativity maybe associated with, wearing your curls, having your curls out, have your curls out. There was one instance with my daughter. I think she's about your age, but when she was at, I won't name the university, but she was in a university in Toronto, and she was studying broadcast journalism, and she was preparing for, like a mock-up interview, and she was faced, in front of the cameras, and she executed what she was supposed to do beautifully, wonderful delivery. The teacher called her aside, and she said, oh, I forgot to preface that her hair was, she had full afro, right? And the teacher called her to the side and said, well, really great production, but your hair is fun, but it's not corporate. So could you redo it with a straighter style? And my daughter did not like that very much. And she said, well, this bun style grows naturally this way out of my head, and I'm not going to be doing this production again. Wow. And she stood up for herself. So, yeah.
That's amazing.
So you might get that every now and then.
Yeah, and I'm
like
so
a hair
happy
police.
that your daughter is willing to stand her ground and be confident. But imagine if that was someone who is younger, who's more impressionable. That will set them on the course for the rest of their life, where they don't have that confidence and they're viewing themselves in a negative light. I'm not enough. My hair is not enough, and that just sets the tone for the rest of their life.
Absolutely. So you have those workshops that, espouse those values of just embracing your unique beauty.
Yes, so it goes deeper than hair. And I often say it's more than just hair, It's a core part of your belief. It's something that you look in the mirror every day and you see. And if you don't love what you see in the mirror, then you can't love yourself. You're not going to be able to go through life productively.
Absolutely. Yes, I love that. So, word to the wise, someone who's watching right now, who's thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, what would you advise them right now based on what you've learned?
From what I learned, I remember I started off, it was pure passion. I had an idea and I was ready to go. I didn't know what to do, but I know what I wanted to do. And I think the most important thing that someone can do is sit down and get clarity. What is it exactly that I want to do? And just as Ms. Knowles said before me, she said, knowing your why.
Yes.
Knowing why you're doing something, it's like the beacon light that guides you. When things get tough, when you have challenges, when days are hard, it reminds you like, it's more than just me. It's more than what I'm feeling right now. I have a goal, I have a future, I have a plan that goes beyond myself. And I think knowing that, and when your goal is to serve other people and not yourself, it's not about profit, it's not about money, it's really about making a difference in the lives of others, that is when everything just clicks. It's like things start to align, and that's when everything really starts to get rolling, and you're like, okay, this feels right, I feel happy, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Excellent. So passion meets purpose.
Yes.
And you provide.
There you go.
All right. Excellent. Destini, thank you so much for sharing, the wonderful work you do, and to, empower people about embracing their unique beauty. So where can people find you on social media? You
can find me online. My handle is Des Hair Care on almost every platform: Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram. You can find me on LinkedIn, Destini Maighan. And my website is www.deshaircare.com.
Now, if you're in Montreal, where can we visit you?
I'm located in LaSalle on Turley Street.
That's the address?
Yeah, 8073 Turley.
And did you want to share your number? I'm not responsible if some gentleman call you.
Okay. That? You can hit me up on Instagram.
All right. Thank you so much, Destini. She's been a pleasure. Destini Maighan, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll be back.